Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with me by hitting that subscription button, which is free, and the bell notification. Also, please, if you like the videos, give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important to have the video circulate, and the only way it can be done is by being recognized by those thumbs up, your comments, your sharing, your tagging if you're doing my projects. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I also want to thank every single one of you that have donated to myself or for the women in need of thread. Thank you so much. So kind of you. Thank you. God bless you. Also want to mention that I do have a Facebook crochet private group. If you'd like to join, all you have to have is a profile picture, and you can request, and my monitors will look at your Facebook picture and accept you. I also have a crochet page. You can follow me there, Instagram, TikTok, and everything will be listed in the description box below. You're more than welcome to participate in all my social medias that I am in. Also, sometimes, it's good for you if you're stuck in a project and you need some help. That's the only way really you can message me and get me through to answer you back right away. So I want to thank every single one of you. We're going to get started. If you get stuck, if it's too fast for you, because sometimes I go ahead of my head. Up top there's 3 little buttons. You can click there, slow down the video to the speed you would like. Also turn your closed caption on. It's your CC, and all the letters, the stitch that I'm calling out, will be written down here. Okay, so it's much better for you to pause, take notes, and then continue from there in case you get lost somewhere. Okay, so thank you so much everybody, and let's get started. Okay everyone, so I'm going to create a half moon rug, which will have the same effect as some of you recall that, that some of you follow me, that I had done some doilies and table runner, and I would call this certain effect that was on there like chicken feet. I'll see if I have it here to show you. Okay, so some of you that follow me remember these ones, and I would call this like chicken feet. And then I have the round one, doily, but I'm going to create a half moon rug that's for like a back patio door, let's say. So I'm just gonna use whatever leftover, this was requested by the way, and I'm just going to use whatever leftover threads I have. And this is by, I can't remember her name. I'll come up with her name during the video. The designer, creator of that pattern, and she also has the half moon rug, which was requested, so I'm just going to do it from that. I'm also trying a new technique with the mobile to see if I get full screen. I've been looking at videos on YouTube to see how to get a full complete screen on my mobile, and hopefully I got the trick this time. Apparently I had to lie it sideways in order to record. Let's see if this is going to work out. Okay, so I'm going to use a 4-point hook. These are macrame threads, 80% cotton thread, 20% different fibers. They're like a 6-ply, so they're like the thick ones. I'm going to incorporate some purple, 10 colors, maybe light brown. I'll see as I go whatever threads I have left over to create this rug, okay? So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is that magic circle. In case you have a hard time with it, then do a 6 chain. We're going to do inside of this magic circle 6 double crochets. So this is a darker tan, like cafe latte. So I'm doing 1 chain, single, and 2 chain. This will equal my double crochet. I'm gonna do 5 more, so I'll have the total of my 6. 4, 5, and 6. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so her name is Lucivania ArtesCroche. You guys must have heard me already mention that when I created that. It's in the description box, her site, her website, or her YouTube link. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to come back into the same space and create a single 2 chain. Inside of the same space, I'm creating another double crochet. Next space, 2 double crochet. So this row 2, we're going to keep working back and forth on these rows because this is a half moon rug, so it's not like we're going in circles. We're going to have a total of 12 double crochets, so it's 2 double crochets per space. And always when we get to the end, going into the next row, we're always going to do a single on the same space and 2 chain going up to equal that double crochet. Don't forget to come to your last one and do your 2 double crochets. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to turn around, and this is what I'm talking about. Each time we get to the end, I'm going to come in. You can do a 3 chain automatically if you want. I just don't want it to be too noticeable. I'm going to create again. This is row 3, another double crochet in the same space. Next space, 1 alone. 1 chain space into the next one, 2 together. Next space, 1 alone. 1 chain space, next space, 2 together. So basically we're doing that 1 chain space after we have done the 3 crochets, sort of like back to back. So we have the first one, 2 together, 1 alone, 1 chain, 2 together, 1 alone, 1 chain, 2 together, 1 alone, 1 chain between them. I'll meet you at the end. We're almost knocking everything out of here. Okay, so I've turned around, I've done my single in the same space, I've done 2 chain. I'm going to come back. Now, you guys have seen, most of you that follow me have seen me do this type of pattern, which is round for doilies. So 2 together, 1 alone, 1 alone. Obviously, because this is half moon, I'm not going around. So we're always going to do an increase at the beginning when we're turning our pattern. We're always going to do it this way also. So it's always an increase. We started with 1, here we have 2, here we have 3, here we have 4, 1 chain space, and again 2 together at the beginning on the first double crochet, and then 1 per space. So this row 4 obviously will have 4 double crochets. Of course, because I'm using little threads here and there, I'll be incorporating different colors on here. As soon as it runs out, I'll be adding other colors. So we have 4 double crochet, 1 chain, 4 double crochet, 1 chain. Next row, 5 double crochet, 1 chain, 5 double crochet, 1 chain. Next row, 6 double crochet, 1 chain, 6. Always increase at the beginning of your double crochet. I'm going to do 23 rows, and I'll meet you at the end of my 23 row, which is just a repeat now all the way to the 23rd. And at the 23rd, you're supposed to have 23 double crochets, 1 chain space between them. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 23 rows, and I have 23 double crochets. I've turned around, and of course I've been running out of threads because I'm using leftover threads. So I'm into the lighter beige color. So I've turned around, did my single, my 2 chain, added 1 more. Now we're going to count 8 double crochets. So we have 3. This is row 24. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to do 2 chain, skip a space, and go into the next one like that. We're going to do now 7 double crochets. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2 chain, skip a space into the next one, and do 7 more double crochets. So the rest of the row will be groups of 7 double crochets until the end. Only at the beginning we did 8 double crochets, the first group. Everywhere else through the row is 7 double crochets. 2, 4, 6, 7. Here we're going to continue to do that, actually 2 chain, and we're coming into the first one and doing these 7 double crochets all the way to the end. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I finished row 24 going into row 25. I've turned around. I'm going to come back in, do my single 2 chain. I'm going to do again the increase here, so we have 2 double crochets, next space 1 double crochet, so we have 3, 4, 5, and 6 double crochets, but that's only for the beginning. Okay, chain 2. We're going to build 3 little boxes, squares. So we have the first one, chain 2, into the next space, chain 2, skip 1 into the next space. So now throughout the whole row we're only going to have 3 double crochets here in the center, and then build those boxes of 3 little boxes, okay, throughout the whole row. Chain 2 again, skip 1, come in the next one, chain 2 into the next space, chain 2, skip 1 into the next one, and do our 3 double crochets again. So it's going to be like this all the way to the end. Chain 2, skip 1 into the next one, and then continue again, creating your 3 boxes. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 26, so I've turned around, did a single 2 chain, did 1 double crochet in the same space. This row will be exactly the same thing as the previous row. Okay, we're just doing that increase there at the beginning here. Everything else stays the same. We're just going to do crochet over double crochet, and where we have the chains we're going to do the chain 2 space. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 2 chain. We're going to continue to do the 3 little squares, so it's exactly the same thing as we just did. And again the same thing, double crochet, 2 chain, and the 3 double crochets here. So 1 per space, and then continue again with the 2 chain, and then after we finish this row we're cutting our thread to do those chicken feet thing. That's what I call them. I don't know. They're leaves, but you know, they remind me of chicken feet for some reason. I'm just silly like that, right? Gotta be silly sometimes. Can't take life too serious. If we take life too serious, we're gonna go crazy. Okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I'm coming in with that green, that forest green, just because it's a back door and people are always in and out into the backyard. So we don't want too much of light colors, you know. They're going to get it dirty very fast. So I'm going to put the leaves. We're going to create the leaves. I came back, so we finished here on this side. Okay, cutting the thread. I've come to the beginning of my row, okay, where we have that 7 double crochet. I'm going to come on my second chain where we went up the single and the 2 chain when we started the row, and we're going to do 7 singles. I'll try to tuck in my loose end. I was thinking about doing the fluorescent green because I still have quite a bit of that thread, but I said I don't think so. It's going to get dirty too fast. So, well, will get dirty too, but at least it's not like disgusting noticeable, right? Okay, so we've done the 7 double crochet. We're going to do chain 4, creating the leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now some of you have done the other pieces already. We did chain 3 on here, but this time we're doing chain 4. I'm going to come in the first one here. We're going to give it a stretch. 1, 2. Come into the bottom. 1, 2. Come into the very last one down here and give it a good stretch because we don't want it to be pulling. 2. Come into the next one. 1, 2. And finally into the last one up here. 1, 2. We have to take them all out all at the same time. Now sometimes it's just easy, it goes smooth, and sometimes it just gets stuck, so sometimes we have to redo it to loosen up our stitch. So if you find that you need to do 3 instead of 2, then you can do that. Okay, so we've closed in 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. So we've done chain 4. I'm coming in the first double crochet and we're repeating the singles again, 1 per space. So we have 3 singles. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. We're going to repeat again the same thing, coming into the first space. 1, 2. Coming into the bottom one. 1, 2. Coming into the last one and give it a good stretch. 1, 2. Coming into the bottom here on this one. 1, 2, and then the very last one up top. 1, 2. Bring your string. Like I said, sometimes it's easy, it goes right through it, but some other times you just have to play with the thread a bit in order to get it all. And it has to be stretched out. If it's not stretched out, it's going to look funny. So I'm just going to lock this in just to make sure and fix them here. Sometimes you just need to fix it a bit. So we're going to repeat the same thing again all the way to the end of the row. So we did 1 chain already because we closed in 2, 3, and 4. And repeat the process. Single, single, and single. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm basically almost reaching the end. Trying to get a little bit more lighting here. So I've done my 4 chains, and I'm going to do exactly what I did at the beginning, the singles, or exactly what we've been doing. the singles on here. And then we can cut our thread and come in with whatever color you want to do your flowers, okay? I'm going to cut my thread, I'm going to tuck in my loose ends and see which one I'm going to use. I need to have enough thread to do the flowers, or they're going to be different colors. Not that it's bad, I mean if you choose nice colors of thread, we're good to go, but I don't want to stop in between, I just want to go through it. So I might even come in with like a nice hot yellow, just to spice up the pattern a bit. So after, of course, we stretch it out, it becomes much nicer, right? Okay, so we're going to come right at the beginning again of this row that we started. I'm going to do the slip stitch knot, and I'm going to come on the first single we have here with the single, try to tuck in my loose end already. For some reason this yellow is a little bit thicker than the rest, don't know why. Okay, so we're going to continue the singles. I guess it's probably the make, or maybe I just didn't look at the right number when I picked it, or maybe I did pick it for some project that I absolutely needed this thickness. I don't know, I don't have a clue. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 singles. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, or maybe 4 for some of you if your tension is tight. I'm going to come in here in the center of my leaf and do a single. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm going to come back in, so I'm creating a V, okay, like that. And then again, 1, 2, and 3. For some of you might need to do 4 chain if your tension is tight. So I'm going to do single, 1 per space, as we've been doing. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come in the center of my leaf with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and I'm going to come back in. So I'm creating these little loops that we need for the flower. I'm going to do that all the way to the end. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I've reached the end. We need to restart from the beginning of this row so it can stay on the right side. So we need to cut the thread. I'm just going to tuck it in because then we'll hide it in between rows on the next row. I'm just going back and forth on it, and whatever's left I'll cut it in. I'll cut it at the end. So you're supposed to have 17 loops of 4 chain, just to make sure that you're on the right track. I mean, if you have 16, you'll just have 1 flower less. It's not going to change much on the pattern, but for the amount of stitching we did, that's what you're supposed to have. So back to the beginning. Slip stitch knot. We're going to come in the first single with a single. Next space. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're not doing the last one. We are going to do we're going to do triple crochet. we're going to come inside of that 4 chain loop, take out 2, take out 2, and take out the last 2. We're going to do this 3 times. Take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. Take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. So we have 3 triple. 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come in and do a single. So we have our first petal of the first flower. 1, 2, 3. That would equal my triple. We're going to do 4 triples this time. So we have 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3 chain, come back in the same space in the center, single. So the middle flower will have 5, let's say, triples. That's included with the chain. 1, 2, 3, and again we're going to do 3 triples. One, 2, 3. So it's single 3 chain and 3 triples. That gives you the total of the 4, exactly like the first petal here. 3 triples and then 3 chain and single. Okay, so now we're going to come directly in the center in the middle of the single here with a single. So you have your first flower. Again, coming into the next one, next V, and create your flowers all over again. So we did 1, 2, 3, and then 3 chain and single. So 3 triple, so we have the 3, and now 1, 2, 3 single. 1, 2, 3, and the middle one we're going to do 4 triples. So we have, so we can have 1, 2, 3. That's included with the chains we went up. So we have 4 and 1, 2, 3, and that will be the 5th because the middle one has 5. And then again 1, 2, 3, and 3 triples again. This is how it's going to be, this whole row of these flowers. So you have petals of 4 at the beginning, 5 in the middle, and 4 at the end, coming to where the single is, right in the center with a single. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much came to the end, and I'm going to skip the first one exactly how we did at the beginning and do my single, try to hide a little leftover thread that wasn't well hidden, single, which usually, you check at the end whatever little threads are left, then you can cut the excess. Okay, so we're done with this. Tuck in the loose ends also. Okay, and now we're going to come back to I'm going to come back to my light color because I don't have any more of my dark brown. Okay. So on my first single, of course everything is like tight now, right? So I'm going to come in with a single, so single and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 chain. That's only on the corner one. The rest of the other chains will be 10 only. I'm going to skip the first one. I'm coming into the second triple with a single, chain 2, skip this one, and coming again into the next one. So we skip the first, the last, and the middle one. Now we're going to do chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, coming in, skipping the first triple, going into the second triple with a single, chain 2, and again skip a triple into the next one. We're going to do this all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and repeat everything again. Chain 2, skip 1 into the next one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I've reached the corner, which is 12 chains like we did at the beginning. I'm going to come in where we have our single with a single, and now we're going to work downwards. We're going to do singles all the way around until we meet the beginning of the row. Single, where we have the single here, we're going to do a single, trying to cover my leftover thread. Single, so where we have the singles, this is what I'm doing, singles. One, two, three. It's too much on here. It's supposed to have 4. Try that again. So we have 3. Yes, that was good. 4 singles. This is where all the singles are. And then we're coming into where there's the triple, not the triple, the double crochet. We're doing 2 per space. 2 singles on each double crochet. 1, 2. And 2 all the way around until we meet the beginning of the row up here on the other side. So very simple, just singles all the way through. Now of course everybody's stitch is different. I'm doing 2, my thread is thick, but if you feel that you need to do 3 because your tension is extremely tight, then go ahead. I guess I'll cut my leftovers as I'm going. Okay, so I'll meet you on the other side at the beginning so we can complete the chains here. So do yours all the way around until we meet here up top. Okay everyone, so I've done all my singles and I've reached where my 12th chain is up top. Now inside of this 12th chain I'm going to do 14 double crochets. Okay, so 14 double crochets inside of my corner 12 chain. So I've done my 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whoops. Thought I had done my 14. And now inside of my 10 chain I'm going to do 12 double crochet. So it's going to be like this all the way through. And we're pretty much at the end of it. So then you can cut your thread, tuck in your loose ends, and we're pretty much done with this. So basically you're just jumping from one side to the other. I will have the video of the reveal shots, also the pictures at the end, and the measurements. I want to thank every single one of you for being part of this journey with me. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video, and also if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that bell notification. Thank you so much to everyone, and thank you Lucivania ArtesCroche, beautiful set you have created. Thank you so much. Until next time everybody, I send you much love and much hugs. Bye bye everyone.